Hey everyone! Welcome back to our channel. Should you rent or buy your home? That's the classic money question, and it's not just about where you live, it's about how your money grows, how flexible your life is, and even how stressed you'll be next month. In 2025, with high interest rates, unpredictable markets, and housing prices that make your wallet cry, the rent versus buy debate is trickier than ever. But by the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to calculate which option is smarter for you, using real numbers, lifestyle factors, and some surprising data most people overlook. Section 1: Why this question still matters. Let's start with the basics, why this question matters more now than ever. The traditional wisdom used to be simple: renting is throwing money away. But that idea is outdated. Buying can still build wealth, but only if the math, timing, and your personal situation make sense. In some cities, renting can actually save you money and reduce risk, especially with 7% mortgage rates, rising property taxes, and high insurance costs. So the real question isn't should I buy or rent? It's which one builds more wealth for me, given my income, lifestyle, and local market. Section 2: The true cost of buying. Let's talk about buying and all the costs people forget to include. 1. The mortgage. First, the big one, your mortgage. Say you buy a $400,000 home, put 10% down, $40,000, and get a 30-year mortgage at 7%. Your monthly payment is around $1,400 just for principal and interest. To property taxes and insurance, add about $400 to $600 per month in property taxes and $150 to $250 for homeowners insurance. Now we're at roughly $3,000 a month before maintenance or repairs. 3. Maintenance and upkeep. Rule of thumb: budget 1 to 2% of your home's value per year for maintenance. So on a $400,000 home, that's for $8K a year, about $400 to $700 a month. That's new roofs, plumbing, air conditioning, even mowing the lawn if you hire help. For opportunity cost, and here's the sneaky one, the opportunity cost of your down payment. If you invest that $40,000 in the S&P 500 and it earns 7% annually, in 10 years you'd have about $78,000. That's money you don't earn when it's tied up in your house. So owning isn't just your mortgage payment. It's a package deal, some of which builds equity and some that quietly drains cash. Section 3: The true cost of renting. Now let's talk about renting. People say renting is throwing money away, but that's not entirely fair. 1. Predictable costs. When you rent, your biggest expense, your rent, is predictable. Let's say you rent a similar home for $2,200 per month. You don't pay for property taxes, repairs, or insurance beyond renter's insurance, which might be only $15 a month. 2. Flexibility. Renting also gives you flexibility. Need to move cities for a job or relationship? You can walk away at lease end without worrying about selling a house. That flexibility has real financial value, even if it's not on a spreadsheet. 3. Investing the difference. But here's where smart renters win. If your rent is $2,200 and buying costs $3,300, that's a $1,100 difference every month. If you invest that $1,100 at 7% return, after 10 years you'd have around $190,000. So yes, renters don't build home equity, but they can build financial equity if they're disciplined enough to invest the difference. Section 4: The math, rent versus buy break-even. Okay, let's put the two sides together in a simple formula. If monthly cost of owning, monthly cost of renting times years less than home appreciation plus equity gained gives buying wins. Otherwise gives renting wins. For example, owning costs $3,300 a month, renting costs $1,200. That's a $1,100 gap. Over 5 years, that's $66,000 extra spent owning. If your home appreciates 3% a year, your $400,000 home might be worth $463,000 after 5 years, a $63,000 gain. That's roughly a tie. But if home prices stall or rates stay high, renting wins. That's why this isn't a one-size-fits-all answer. It depends on your market, time horizon, and discipline. Section 5: Lifestyle factors that change everything. Money aside, let's talk about lifestyle, because your happiness has a dollar value too. Stability versus flexibility. If you plan to stay in the same area for at least 5 to 7 years, buying starts to make more sense. That's enough time to recover from closing costs and market swings. But if your job, family, or goals might change soon, renting gives you agility. You're not stuck selling during a downturn. Control and customization. Buyers get freedom. Paint walls, remodel, build equity. Renters often can't even hang a TV mount. But that freedom costs money. Risk tolerance. Homeownership comes with leverage risk. If your home drops 10%, that's a big hit on your down payment. Renters have no such exposure. Section 6. Real-world scenarios. Let's test this with real scenarios. Scenario 1. High-cost city San Francisco, NYC, Vancouver. In high-cost markets, rent is often way cheaper than the cost of owning. Example, one-bedroom rent equals $3,000. Buying same condo equals $5,000 mortgage plus taxes. Even with appreciation, the numbers often don't justify buying, unless you stay long-term and value stability. Scenario 2. Growing suburb Texas, Florida, Arizona. Here, buying can win. Homes are more affordable, taxes vary, and appreciation can be 4 to 6%. If you stay 7+ years, you could build significant equity, and monthly costs might even match rent after a few years. Scenario 3. Uncertain job or life stage. Host, if you're not sure where you'll be in 2 to 3 years, renting is almost always safer. It preserves flexibility and avoids transaction costs, which can eat up 6 to 10% of your home's value. Section 7. The 2025 factors. Let's wrap up with what's unique about 2025. Mortgage rates are still hovering around 6.5 to 7%. Home prices have plateaued in many cities. Rent growth has slowed or even declined. Inflation has cooled, but wages are catching up. This means in many markets, renting actually makes more financial sense right now, especially if you invest the difference. But if rates drop or home prices dip and you're stable, buying could soon become the better long-term play. So, rent or buy? Here's the truth. Renting isn't wasting money, and buying isn't automatically an investment. They're both tools, and the right one depends on your math, your mindset, and your timeline. If you found this breakdown helpful, hit that like button, subscribe, and share this with someone who's stuck in the rent versus buy dilemma. And if you want me to build a custom calculator for your city, drop your location in the comments below. See you in the next one.